Sawadee welcome to Thailand News Today by the Thaiger. My name is Jet Gunther and today I'm broadcasting from the used to be crowded but now very quiet Got Phangan. Now if you're looking for a peaceful getaway, this year might be your last chance before things open up. And also it's probably a good idea to support local businesses here on Got Phangan as well. Meanwhile, on the mainland, 401 new COVID-19 cases reported today, the shooting of reporters at a protest, and a bizarre suggestion by the culture minister on how to use a traditional Thai waistcloth. Coming right up. "401 new COVID-19 cases and one new death have been reported today. Most of the cases were at an immigration detention center in Bangkok's Bang Khen district. Thailand currently has 1,419 active COVID-19 infections. A total of 92 deaths have now been recorded as a result of the coronavirus. A 75-year-old Thai man in Bangkok died after testing positive. He had an underlying heart condition, high blood pressure, and Alzheimer's disease. Now, out of the 401 new COVID infections, 337 were detected through active case finding, including 318 cases at the Bang Khen Immigrant Detention Center. 46 cases were local transmissions and 18 were detected in quarantine from people arriving back in Thailand. The Foreign Correspondents Club of Thailand has condemned the shooting of reporters at an anti-government protest in Bangkok on Saturday evening. The protest that started around the Sanam Luang adjacent to the Grand Palace ended with at least 33 people injured, including 3 reporters. The Foreign Correspondents statement referred to UN guidelines that say rubber bullets should only be used as a last resort and should always be aimed at the lower body and never the head. It's understood one of the reporters working at the protest had to be hospitalized for a head scan after he was allegedly hit in the head by a rubber bullet. They've also expressed concern over tactics employed by police on the night, including the use of tear gas and the high-powered water cannon. The club has also called on the authorities to acknowledge that reporters doing their job should not become police targets. The FCCT statement follows a joint statement from 6 Thai media associations in which they urge authorities to respect the rights of citizens to peacefully protest under a democratic system without the threat of force. Prodemocracy activist Parit Chiwarak, also known by his nickname Penguin, has been handed an additional 15 days detention for contempt of court. The leader of the Rasadon group is already being held at Bangkok Remand Prison on other charges. The new ruling relates to a March 15th incident in which Parit tried to read a statement at the end of a court hearing, during which he threatened to go on a hunger strike if he and his fellow activists were not granted bail. It's understood the latest ruling originally sentenced him to a further month in detention, but this was reduced to 15 days due to Parit's guilty plea and the fact that he is a student without any prior convictions. Parit was shown video footage of his attempts to read his statement after his bail request was denied, with officers' attempt to restrain him, leading to a brief skirmish and the judges walking out of the courtroom. According to the report, Parit arrived at the hearing in a wheelchair and appeared tied. He said he didn't want to cause trouble and has no regrets about being detained, but is simply appealing for justice. Phuket is expected to present a reopening plan for approval that would allow vaccinated tourists to visit without undergoing quarantine starting in July. The plan will be submitted to the Center for Economic Situation Administration this Friday. It's the latest in a long line of plans and models that have been unleashed by the local tourism association. The governor of the Tourism Authority of Thailand says the Phuket Tourism Sandbox Plan can only be successful if the Andaman Island achieves herd immunity by vaccinating at least 70% of its population before letting in visitors. Therefore, the plan also includes how many doses of the vaccine the island would need, as well as a timeline for administering them. Now, to reach the immunity goal within the time frame, Phuket should start the first round of vaccinations by April the 15th, followed by the second from May the 15th onward. Over in the Gulf of Thailand, the president of the Tourism Association of Koh Samui says Koh Samui will introduce sealed routes to international tourists that keep them away from residents. Both vaccinated and non-vaccinated tourists will be required to stay in their hotel rooms for the first 2 or 3 days and get a swab test on the second day. Both plans are subject to government approval at this stage. Meanwhile, the southern resort islands of Phuket and Koh Samui have made official requests to the Public Health Ministry for enough doses to vaccinate the majority of the island's residents in anticipation of return to some semblance of tourism. Private businesses in Phuket have made a formal request for 900,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine to the Public Health Minister. Now, in addition to the request for the AstraZeneca vaccine, the minister had already allocated doses of the Sinovac vaccine, that is 100,000 doses for Phuket and 50,000 for Koh Samui. Thailand's Culture Ministry is in hot water after suggesting on its website that one of the many uses of the Thai waistcloth, pa khao ma, could be used to hang oneself. The suggestion appeared on the website as part of a list of ways the traditional garment could be used. Other helpful suggestions including using it as a towel or a pillow or a floor covering once it became too old to wear. At the bottom of the list sat the 28th suggestion, used to hang oneself when desperate. Yes, that actually happened. The pa khao ma is a checkered woven cloth traditionally worn by Thai men of all ages for hundreds of years. The cotton cloth has also been adapted for several other uses and can now be seen in the form of tablecloths and reusable shopping bags. The list of uses has been on the Culture Ministry's website since 2015 and was posted to promote tourism and Thai traditions. It was spotted by an eagle-eyed netizen who was researching the traditional item of clothing and found the suicide suggestion. This subsequent Facebook post was picked up by the media and generated a public backlash against the Culture Ministry. The offending suggestion has now been deleted from the website. An apology has not been forthcoming at this stage. A 22-year-old man has been arrested on burglary charges after the homeowner found him asleep in his daughter's bed at his home in the province of Phetchabun. Now, apparently, the man had broken into the house at around 2 a.m. but felt sleepy, so he turned on the air conditioner and lay down on the bed. I guess even burglars get tired. When the homeowner, who happened to be a police officer, woke up in the morning, he noticed the air conditioner for his daughter's bedroom was running. His daughter wasn't home, so he looked in the window to check and saw the man wrapped up in a blanket, sleeping on his daughter's bed. He yelled at the man to wake up. He did not wake up, but was still drowsy and disoriented, according to the homeowner. The man faces charges of burglary and trespassing.
And around the country we go, starting in Bangkok, where today the air levels are 115. We've got the same sort of quality of air the next few days. Cloudy skies, top temperature tomorrow of 38, down to 34 on Thursday. In Phuket, a bit clearer, moderate skies, and it's going to be much the same tomorrow. Clearer on Thursday, some cloud around, humid, and 29 the next 2 days. Moving to the northeast of Thailand, and we've got moderate skies today. It's going to be getting worse in the next few days. Top temperatures of 35 and 37, cloudy skies. In Chiang Mai, up in the north of Thailand, we've got moderate air quality today, listed as unhealthy for sensitive groups. Much the same over the next few days. Temperatures of 36 and 39 on Thursday, and it'll be getting cloudy as well. To the central Gulf of Thailand coast, and we've got moderate air quality today. It's going to be worse tomorrow, but back to moderate on Thursday. Temperatures around 32, 31 and overcast, and finishing in Pattaya, where we've got moderate air quality today. Will be worsening tomorrow, but much the same again on Thursday. Temperatures of 34 and 31 over the next few days. Possibility of some showers by Thursday.
Thanks, Tim, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for great content, and we'll see you in the next video. สวัสดีครับ